Now let us see the structure of human eye and the various part of it one by one. So the first thing is the retina. As I have told you that whatever we are receiving is after refraction get the imprint on the retina, and that is taken up by the nerve cells, and that now get predicted by the brain that what you are looking at. So our human eye actually works like this, that this is the, let's suppose this is the structure of our human eye, that is the spherical ball, and here the optic nerves are going to the brain, okay, and here we are having certain things that we are going to discuss one by one, and that is the lens, part of lens, okay. So why I am drawing this structure here, because in exams you have to draw this structure, so you should know how to draw this structure. So your spherical body should be like this, okay, and this lens, this is the part of the iris, and this is the thing that you should mate, this is the ciliary muscles part, and this is the lens, okay. Now the light ray that is coming, okay, that is coming like this, and little bit it get refract and bent little bit here only, and after the passing through this lens, this natural lens, crystalline lens, after that it is going to make a imprint here and focuses at the retina. So this part is retina here, that this surface, this is not just a single point, that is a surface, little surface, so it is covering a whole area, that is going to show that now the cells that are present here are taking the information towards the brain. And what kind of cells are present here? Here two kinds of cells are present, rods and cones, okay. So rod cells are actually used to predict what is the intensity of the light, okay. So intensity of the light that is getting by this retina is actually predicted by this cell rods, okay. कितनी intensity से light आ रही है, bright है, dull है, like that, okay. And cones, that is used to predict the colors, okay. So colors are going to detect by this cell cones, and intensity of light is going to predict by this cells rods. So all the information now taken by this cells and taken by the nerves, and then our brain got to know what is you are looking at. So this is the sensitive screen, and it is inside this, there is a membrane, okay. So that is helping us to judge what we are looking at. That is known as retina. Now let us see the next part, that is cornea. So cornea is the first thing, this one is the last thing, cornea is the first thing, it is this one, this is cornea, okay. Now what is this? It is a thin membrane which covers the eye trail, and it acts like a lens, little lens, because it is also refracting little light here that is entering into the eye, and that cornea is also helping us to from dust, from small particle that is available in the atmosphere, so it must not get into our eyes. So it is actually a protective layer also. All the tears that are flowing through our eyes are actually the cells that are present the above layer of this cornea, and this cornea actually helping that tears to roll down through the eyes, that it should not get inside the eyes, okay. So this is the part that is helping us as a membrane that is protecting us from the outside world. Now let us see the next parts of it. So here is the aqueous humor. This is like a jelly substance. This is not a part or not an organ. So this is actually a fluid that is filled here. After cornea, the fluid that is filled at this place is aqueous humor. So it is filled with, it is made up of protein, okay. So protein synthesis is going to happen and new cells are going to generate, like our eyes are also get renourished again and again, so that we are able to see things clearly, and old cell, dead cell must be vanished out from there, and new cell must be generated. So all this work is done by this fluid. Okay, so here now eye lens, the next thing is the eye lens, that is this lens, crystalline lens I must say. So this is the thing actual which get the light refract and focus at the retina. You remember that here in case of convex lens, yes, so all the light that is coming parallel are actually focusing at one point, yeah, right, that is known as focus, yeah. So here this lens, this convex lens is actually working as the crystalline lens, or we can say eye lens here, and here the lines that are coming, that the light rays are coming, are focused at a point. So here the focus point is at the retina. That is why we have seen the retina is at the focus and this one as the eye lens. So this is the convex lens that is made up of the transparent and flexible jelly-like material. So it is natural, as you know, it is not just made up of glass. Glass is the man-made thing. So it is natural thing. So it must be made up of this jelly-like tough substance. Okay. So jelly-like tough substance is the material that is used to make it, and it's actually natural. So it is flexible. So according to the position of the object, whether it is close or far, it is going to adjust itself, and that is going to help taken by this ciliary muscles that we are going to read. And here the ciliary muscles that is written. So the curvature of this eye lens, whether it would be thin or thick, so that all get adjusted by these ciliary muscles. And why we need to adjust that? You remember that when we have read the power of lens. So power of lens was 1 upon f. You remember that thing, right? So focus must be get adjusted according to the availability of the object. So when it is getting thick, the focal length would automatically get reduced, and when it is getting thin, so the focal length would get increase automatically. So जब ये थोड़ा thick हो जाता है like that, ऐसा structure जब इसका बन जाएगा तो focus इसका कम हो जाता है, so that we need to make the focus at the retina only. Retina is not going to displace its position from here and there, but retina is at the fixed position. But what we can change? We can change the size of this lens, and according to that focus is automatically got changed. So it is going to change like thick size, thin size, and that is going to predict what is the distance of the focus length here. And the final position would always be at the retina. So next part of the eye is the pupil. So yes, here as you can see this part, this is the eye lens. So before eye lens, you must have seen the thing that is made like this. Okay. So pupil is the hole that is here through which the light is getting inside. Yes. So that is the dark area that is between the iris of ours. Our iris is like this, and you must have seen there is a black spot in between there. So that middle part of the iris through which the light is getting insert like this. Okay. So light is actually going from this and no light is coming back. That is why it is totally dark. Okay, because black color is what? Black color means that it is going to absorb everything and it is not going to reflect anything. That is why it is of black color. But white color in opposite means that it is going to reflect each and every color. It is not going to receive or absorb anything. It is reflecting everything. That is why it is white color. But black color is absorbing everything. That is no color, no monochrome of light is going to reflect from the surface that we can see. So that is why every black color is actually absorbing every color of the light. Okay. So here this pupil is working like this because we need to get all the colors inside and get focused on the retina so that we are going to observe that what is we are looking at. That is why this is of black color, and black color is automatically get done. Actually, this is not just an organ. It is not any organ. It is just a blind spot or a blank space. So this blank space is available for the light to get inside, and that is known as pupil. Okay, now ciliary muscles. Ciliary muscles are the muscles that are here, that is helpful for us for adjusting the eye lens. Okay, eye lens could be thick or thin, so it depends upon the ciliary muscles that is attached with it, and that is helping the eye lens to get adjusted. Okay, so these are the muscles which are attached to the eye lens and can modify the shape of the eye lens, which leads to the variation in the focal length. Okay, now what is next? Here is the iris. So the students, that iris, you know that the colored part of the eye that we are able to see is actually the iris. Some people are having different colors like green eyes, blue eyes and black eyes. So it is actually color of the iris. So in between, you know that this is iris. Let's suppose this is iris, and in between this is pupil. This part is pupil. So this one is iris. So iris is having the pupil. It controls the amount of light that is entering into the eye. How? You know that when we are standing inside the house or any shadow areas, or any dark area, so you know that this size of iris is actually contract itself, and the size of the pupil automatically get enlarged like this, so that maximum of light get inside through it. Okay, but when you are standing in a bright sunny day or outside place where the sunlight is actually visible, so at that place this is going to be reduce its size, like iris is going to increase its size, but the pupil hole is going to reduce. Why? So that a little amount of light could enter, because there is a lot of amount outside, so a lot of amount could not get enter into the eye, otherwise the eye may get damaged. But to protect our eye, it itself get close the door, like closing the pupil area space, so that little amount of light get enter through it. So this is for the dark and this is for the light area. Okay, so these are actually helping, iris is actually helping for us for not to get damaged. And when we are dark, why it is expanding? Because it wants not to get hurt by anything that is situated in your room or any other places. Now for that you need to require a lot of amount of light to get enter, because you are actually standing into the dark. So a lot of amount of light that is entering into your eyes, now you are actually able to see a little amount of things that is could be visible. Okay, so thoda bahut bhi dikh raha ho, for that this iris is going to contract itself and the pupil size get increased, so that more and more amount of light could enter. Now what is next? Here is the optic nerve. So you know that optic nerve is this part. I have told you that all the informations that we are gathering at the retina is get transmitted by the optic nerve, and that is in the form of electrical signals. Yes, electrical signals are the only type of thing that is received by our brain, or that is understood through our brain. Okay, our brain is not going to understood the optical waves. जो optical waves हैं, that is actually the light, that cannot be understood by our brain. Our brain cannot understand sound signal, that is vibrations. Our brain cannot predict that. Our brain can only work on the electric signals. That is why whatever you are looking at, it get converted into electrical signals first, then get transmitted, and whatever you are hearing get converted into the electrical signals. You remember that we have seen that in the previous class also, like in 9th class you might have read about the sound chapter, and there is the ear structure in which the sound energy get transmitted into the electrical one first, then got transmitted to the brain. So optic nerve is the thing that is taking that electrical signals to the brain. Okay, so these are the all parts of the human eye. I hope you understand them very well, because these are very useful in point of your exams also, but also you must have the knowledge what is your body structure actually and how does it work. So remember all these points and keep focusing on the main areas, that because the light in this chapter, the thing that could be asked in your exam is the human eye structure and the various things like how the things, how the dark and in light, how the iris is working, how ciliary muscles are working, how lens is going to adjust itself. So even a little part of there are also get explained in the later slides. There is much more to read right now, but the basic things that you must know about your eyes are in this slide. So revise it well again. So let us move forward to the next slide.